Hi, I'm Rudy. um, a black work artist slash realistic white on black artist, if that makes any sense.
Yes, of course.
From Wrocław, obviously, from Poland. 34 years old, not less, not more. I'm tattooing professionally since I think 11 or 12 years, but I made the first tattoo on some crazy friends in my past, I guess 18 years ago already, so that's quite a while. Yeah, I'm a father of a beautiful son, and that's basically it. This is all my life, tattooing and my child.
Did you ever travel on other cities, or did you have a different experience from Poland?
Yes, yes. My professional experience started in Denmark. I was asked for a guest spot, for a permanent guest spot, let's say, in a tattoo shop in Denmark. It was 11 years ago. It was a good shop. I met a lot of nice people there. I saw a lot of new styles in reality, not on paper, not on screen. So that was really influential. After that, I moved, I guess, to Germany for a while. I was working there, tattooing there obviously too. And I was there for, I don't know how many years, a few. And then I moved back to Poland for a few years, tattooing still obviously. And then I moved back to the Netherlands. No, first was Spain, Mallorca. I was there for about 8 months, the whole summer. It was nice, but I didn't make too many tattoos because people were not really wanting them. They were just there for party and food. And then I moved to the Netherlands, and I was there for about 5 years. And my son was born there with my current girlfriend. And yeah, after that I moved straight to Wrocław, and I'm here since 5 years now.
You
Yes.
travel a lot.
Yeah, it was quite a trip. Yeah.
And do you think that that's kind of travel helps you a lot to grow?
Of course, of course. We have a little saying in Polish. It's podróże kształcą, and it basically means that travels teach. So the more people you know, the more cultures you can, what was the word? Experience, the more you learn, of course. Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for anybody who has the chance to take it. Yeah, so the more you travel, the better for you, I guess.
Yeah, maybe it's one of the best things to be a tattoo artist. Then you can travel.
It's a certain freedom that you can work pretty much anywhere you go if you have the right skill set, I guess, because it's like I think also important to have a certain skill set, to be good with people, to be able to speak at least a foreign language as English, to get around. Yeah, and if you have any of these in a certain level, you can start traveling. Best thing you can do.
And when you started to do the white on black, and why, of course?
I started, it's a funny story actually, like with everything, because I didn't really wanted to do tattoos. I never had the courage. Some older guys from my school, when I was 15, made me do it. So I was like, okay, I fucking do it. Just don't hit me, yeah. So I did, and the same story was with white on black. I had a customer, pretty crazy guy, fucking cool guy. And he had his whole torso covered black, which was already the 3rd layer, I guess. And he saw a white on black tattoo somewhere on the internet, and he showed it to me, and he said, yeah, let's do this. You're crazy enough to do it. And I'm like, man, you fucking don't know me, yeah? And he was like, yeah, but I feel you, you know? You're the man to do it. And I was like, fuck. Okay, let's do it, you know? And if you're crazy enough, I said to him, I can give it a try. If it's not gonna work, I would just cover it black again. But in the end, it worked out pretty well. and he came back and we did another one, and then he came back and then we did another one, and then he came back, so we did in total like 5 sessions on his torso, I guess, with the second pass. And this is how it started. It was, I don't remember, 3 years ago, I guess. I'm saying I guess a lot because I'm guessing a lot actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the first tattoos from you, I saw it maybe 2 years ago.
You know how Instagram works. There is a certain time before you
Yeah, no,
are
of
on
course,
the
of course.
surface, before
I
you
mean,
float up.
that I'm saw it because I opened the White on Black page around 2 years ago. So
Ah, okay, okay.
I started watching White on Black.
And I was already there.
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
first one with realistic, and still
So far, the only
The
one, I
only
guess.
one.
Yeah. Maybe not the only one, but
the only one on social media.
yeah, and
Until
no disrespect, but the only good one.
Yeah, for now I'm trying to find out some new artists doing White on Black.
Yeah, but this is actually why we're doing this, to spread the thing, to spread the word, to spread the art and make other people do it equally good. I'm not gonna cover everybody that wants it with White and Black, because I just have 2 hands and I'm only me, so we need more people like that, and we need professionals, not any scratchers. Yeah.
And do you think that White on Black it's easy to recommend to other people, or you find
It's
some?
easy to recommend. I mean, of course it's easy to recommend. Anything is easy to recommend if you know how to recommend it. But I think it's easy to recommend, but not really easy to achieve. And if I will ever get across somebody who's really soaking it up, really making a good work out of anything that we're going to do here with this podcast, with this seminar, I will be really happy, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's going to be one of my little dreams coming true, yeah, that I can spread the word, I can make someone as good as I am or even better. That would be fucking amazing, actually.
Yes, of course. And you told me about the problem that when people start doing the black, they want
Yeah, that's a
the
funny
white
thing.
on top.
I'm actually one of them. Yeah, but yeah, it's still a new market. It's a new form of visual arts, let's call it so. It's something that other artists that I was looking to said it's impossible to do. And because I'm this kind of person I am, I never believe anybody in what they say until I try it myself, or fail or not eventually. And obviously I worked it out without failing, so I'm really happy about that. I'm pretty happy it came out pretty naturally. I have never had to force it, so that's also a good thing. I was trying to force other styles really badly, like color realism, such a fucking difficult spelling, which eventually succeeded, but yeah, didn't pick up really good. The White on Black and the Blackouts picked up perfectly well. I think I shot myself in the trend perfectly in time, so I'm really happy about that. And what can I say more? I'm fucking happy, you know.
Yes, of course. Also about the Blackout, you did really well.
Oh yeah, you said about the people.
Yeah.
The people, when they hit me up about the tattoo, they actually want to get rid of a part of their past, the ugly past, literally said. And when I will make the black canvas, let's say for the White on Black, then only 1 in 10 people is currently coming back for the white, because the rest of the people is so satisfied with the black, with the smoothness, with the elegance, with the effect that it brings, that they actually don't want any white designs on top, because they want to have a break from designs, from ideology. They just want to keep it simple and elegant, I guess. So this is a thing that has to change, but I think with some time, people will get to know white on black, people will see how it heals, that it actually can heal pretty well. Of course, it's not a regular tattoo on regular, clean, plain skin, perfectly suitable for a single pass tattoo. It has to be touched up, but in the end, the result is satisfying, and everybody who has it is really happy with it. So I can only recommend. Yeah.
We saw a lot of your eyelid tattoos as well also, and a lot of people, when I show them the eyelid one, they are crazy, you know, because the result of white on black is something that people never believe until they see.
And still, some people don't believe in what they see because they see it on social media, and some of them are kind of doubting what they see. They think it's Photoshop, they think it's magic, but it's just skill and knowledge, basically, and patience.
But do you think that the sun can let the white be a bit yellow?
Of course, this is what I say to all my clients. It's not a regular tattoo. This is ink, this is pigment. Pigments aren't stable. Pigments will fade with the UV light, and it's just a matter of time. White on black has a certain contrast to it, and the dark background will make the faded white look really dark in a certain time. But I also tell them always that it has to be, or it should be, at least touched up in a certain period of time, every now and then, regarding the effects you want to achieve. So it's all up to actually the client. It's not my part anymore. I can do it if they want, sure, but if they don't want and they're happy with the result, I'm happy too.
Yes, of course, because obviously you cannot have white, because white with the black pigment cannot be white.
It's always a bit gray. It is. Some people, when they tattoo white tattoos on just plain skin, they mix it a little bit with a cold toned ink with a little bit of gray or a delicate blue. I'm sorry. So the white tattoo eventually will turn not into like ugly brownish yellow, but maybe into a little bit more bluish tone or a greenish tone, which will look more natural than this faded yellowish white in the end. Yeah. But it's also depending on the lifestyle of the client, on the skin condition of the client, of the skin color a little bit. It varies a lot from country to country, from person to person, so it's not always recommended, but when it's possible, and it's certainly recommended then.
And do you think that the skin, the color of the skin is important for the final result? You already did, you already said, but I mean, if my skin during the summer will be a little bit brown.
It's like in photography, you know, when you take a picture, any kind of picture, color, black or white, monochrome, it doesn't really matter what the picture is until you put a filter over it, and the tan of your skin is literally the filter that you put over the picture. So as any filter, it will influence the image that you're looking at. So the less you expose your white on black tattoo to the sun, to the UV light, the longer you will enjoy the light and high contrast of it. The light white and the high contrast, the brightness.
Yeah, completely.
That makes sense, you know, it's kind of reasonable,
the
right?
Same of every tattoos, but maybe on the white.
It's a little bit more visible, during the time, because yeah, the contrast, it's all about the contrast. Every type of visual art is about a certain level of contrast, you know, no matter what it is. Like, we were in Milan or in Bergamo, we've seen all these beautiful paintings in the churches. You can see in these paintings that the light was pretty low and the contrast was pretty high. Why? Because it makes the picture last longer. It makes the quality better, even in photography. When you make it with low ISO, it's just gonna look higher quality. I don't know if I'm right. I suck at photography actually, but it's just visual arts with any kind of art. No matter if it's a tattoo or a photography, UV light is just gonna damage the contrast, simply.
But do you think that is enough to put some cream on it, or
it's always better, you know.
Yeah,
it's
no,
always
but
better.
the best way of keeping well can be without sun.
Yeah, the best way to keep your white on black tattoo white as fuck on black as fuck is to be living in a basement and never coming out. Yeah, seriously. But let's be honest, people go out sometimes. So the more you're on the sun, the more you're gonna damage it. But then you can always touch it up. You know, after a time, it will settle down. A little bit of work will make a big difference actually. So nobody has to be really afraid to asking the tattoo artist to touch it up a little. It may cost a little bit money, it may cost a little bit of time, but in the long run, it's worth it, I think. I think we're spending more on food and clothes than we are on tattoos, if somebody is really into tattoos, I mean. Yeah.
And do you think that the process behind the white on black is quite longer, like different between a normal tattoos than a white on black tattoos?
You mean the process of making one?
Yeah.
It all depends on the artist, I guess. Everybody has a certain speed, a certain way of working, so it may vary, definitely. I like to work pretty fast. I don't like to make breaks. I don't like to make the skin rest because it starts healing, swelling. So I just like to work fast, efficient. I don't know, maybe it's a Polish thing about me, but maybe not. I just prefer it. Some other people prefer to work a little bit slower. In the end, only the quality of the tattoo matters, nothing else. Yeah. It should matter, nothing else.
Do you think that your knowledge into the machine also, because you are also
a machine builder, tuner more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's a thing. It's a kind of thing that's passing by, I guess, because in the times that I started tattooing, coil machines were pretty much the only type of machine you could buy, and especially here in Poland, it was pretty hard to get 18 fucking years ago. So if you had one, you had to know how to repair it, how to tune it, how to make it work again if it's broken, how to make it work faster, stronger, or more soft and smooth. You just had to play with it a little, experience everything. You know, I really, actually that's a funny thing that you ask, because I really love coil machines, and I think every coil machine is a certain type of poema, yeah, and it's like an instrument, you know. You have to tune it so it runs well, so it sounds well, but you have to be also comfortable with it. Yeah, it has to suit your speed, it has to suit your tension. It's a lot of factors actually, and I can understand that the younger generation of artists doesn't really want to get into it, because for them it may be a waste of time. I can totally understand that, you know. Previously in the past, we had no iPads, we just had transfer paper and pencil, or we had markers, and to avoid all the drawing and to avoid all the searching for whatever, I don't know, image. We were just drawing it up freehand, yeah, and this is also a skill that I think everybody should have to be good with drawing. So tattooing is just another medium, another technique, not the base and not the entrance to the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drawing since I can remember actually. Previously it was basically cars because I wanted to be a car designer when I was little, but it turned out that I'm a white on black artist.
Yeah, I think the style that you use more, your drawing skills, is blackout.
Oh yeah, that's like painting walls, you know? yeah, which I actually hate really badly. But no, you know, blackout is for me a kind of,
Therapy.
I forgot the word. No, it's for the clients, it's the therapy for the client, but for me it's performance, expression, you know? I can work fast, I can work hard, I can speed it up, you know? I can be a little bit violent, which I like. I just fucking love it, you know? I love the smell of ink mixed with blood. I just love it. I love everything about it, you know? I don't know how can I tell you. It's something that you have or don't have. It's just a fucking love for the art, you know? I had a crush, not a crush, I had a breakdown. And I didn't want it to be a tattoo artist anymore for twice already. The last time I wanted to become a graphic designer for a company, and after the job interview I ran home and I was making the best design I could for the best client I've ever had, you know. But that was necessary, I guess. This was yeah, just a part of the game, I guess. You have to lose something to learn the value of it. If you can get it back, it's amazing. And I did, and I make the best out of it. I'm still trying. I hope it works.
Yes, I think that trying different
I think you permanently have to evolve, improve. You don't have to, you should, or I should, or it's recommended, but you should improve. You should try to look for other styles. You should work other styles. You don't have to post it right away if you're not comfortable with it, but you can try. It's a matter of trying, you know. Failing is a part of succeeding, I guess. No, I don't guess, I'm sure.
Do you think that this, you know, quarantine, COVID situation of the past 2 years helped you to grow a lot?
Oh yeah, I think it was the best time in my career actually, because it was so out of my comfort zone that I had to change a lot of things in a short period of time, so I had to put a lot of focus into it. So I did, and luckily I did it all in the right way. And this is why we're having this conversation here right now, I guess. I guess again, fuck.
Yeah, no worries. You during this kind of conversation, it's happened that you repeat every time the same words.
It's live. It's no script, not at all.
In Italian, I usually repeat just
Allora.
allora, or ragazzi, you know, something like that. That you.
Yeah, but it's just a term in English that people say a lot, like this, that, whatever.
Yeah, it's.
Luckily, we can have the conversation and we understand each other. That's
Of
the
course.
basic thing, you know.
Of course, we spend some days together, and now we know each other.
Yeah, a bit better than
A bit
before.
better
Yeah,
than
yeah.
before.
And I think we're pretty fucking good homies now, right?
And tomorrow we will record the
Yeah,
seminar.
tomorrow we will record the seminar. We will make a amazing big rose on a shoulder on a guy that has his front almost, his torso almost completely covered black. He has already a big rose on his belly for me, and we're gonna do exactly the same one just in white on black on his shoulders, so I can also show the audience what the difference is. Actually, literally on one skin. Sorry, it will happen a lot, yeah? I'm like a balloon. But crazy balloon. And yeah, this guy is really, really amazed by the white on black stuff. He really wants to get it. He's a crazy fucking guy. I love these kind of customers. I love all my customers. Finally, it wasn't always like that. But this is also a thing that I experienced after I opened my own shop and started doing only the things that I want to do, be honest with myself, working for myself and for my clients, of course, but not for somebody, you know. And a lot of times this somebody, the owner of a shop, has really nothing to do with tattooing, and the only thing they care about is cash. So the pressure is kind of there, and the bad ambience, the bad atmosphere in the shop is kind of present. Maybe some customers feel it, some don't. I felt it big time, and it influenced me big time in a bad way, so I changed that. It wasn't easy, it was a risk, but yeah, it worked out pretty well, you know. We have a saying in Polish, kto nie ryzykuje, nie pije szampana, which means that if you don't risk, you don't drink the champagne, which I told you, I think, a few days ago. But it's actually true. And, you know, to see the result, you just have to do it, you know. Close your eyes and jump in the water, literally.
Yeah, it's the things that everyone have to do, you know. Try to do it.
Everyone has to do it. You know, let's not be pushy, but everyone should do it. Should try at least for himself to see if he likes it or not. It's like with food. Until you know you don't like seafood, you have to try it. I fucking hate seafood. Yeah. And I tried it. Yeah.
And
it's just a thing of experience, you know. Mm-hmm. All we know, all we are, everything we are is experience, is the result of our experiences.
Yes, it's something that make you what are you now.
Yeah. This is what makes you. Experiences, you know. Opinions. You get your opinions out of experience, not out of TV. Stop watching fucking TV, please. Yeah.
Are you ready to start the new guest spot in Italy?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. This was also a very influential trip for me. I learned a lot, even that I never told you. I learned a lot about myself, about people in general, about Italy, about Italians. I learned that I love them more than I did, actually. Yeah, amazing people. You know, that's something I'm missing in Poland. The people being open, being for each other, not against each other. This is actually something we're experiencing right now. A big against in the world war situation, which is fucked up and nobody fucking wants it. But it's there, and we all have to experience that in a certain way. Some people more, some people less. Some people try to help, some don't. And it will all come to an end soon, I guess. I hope, I really do. And let's make the best out of it, you know. It's gonna be influential. It's history written right now with us, in front of us.
I would like to ask you one thing that you know that we talking about in Milan. What's the expression of the people when see you doing like a full arm in just 4 hours?
It's always funny. Actually, I've met a few artists being in the business way longer than I am. Maybe I can say even Victor Portugal was one of them. I've had a guest spot in his shop in Krakow at Dark Times Tattoo, and I did a blackout on my friend Beitu, peace out, and Victor just came back from his trip in, I don't know what it was, South America or North America, whatever. I don't really care. And he came and he was just blown away by the way I was doing the blackout on the guy. Yeah, I was using actually not a coil machine because it wasn't ready back then. I was using a 6-year-old, what was it? Ink Machine's Dragonfly, which in the manual has a limit of 50 needles. So I thought a 49 is perfectly in the fucking limit, yeah? So I was using it for the blackouts, and I did arm on the guy, which is kinda bigger than I am, starting with the wrist up until the bicep area in just 3.5 hours with a break for lunch. So let's say 3 hours. And Victor was so blown away that he actually gave me a machine as a gift so I can remember him, and I can show you the machine.
Yeah, take it.
So this is the machine. It's a tiny little thing. Yeah. It's a kind of hybrid machine. It's an Artfly Turbo. I don't know what nationality it is. Some Asian guy made it, and it's actually a badass machine. You can adjust pretty much everything. It's the type of machine that Dan Cuban makes, just Asian, not American. But yeah, I've burned the motor after a week of usage, so it's just looking nice right now. It's actually pretty useless, but it's a nice souvenir. And every time I look at it, I will always, of course, remember Victor Portugal, and I think it's what he had on mind, giving me this gift. But I've made quite a few amazing blackouts with this machine, and I can totally fucking recommend it. Artfly Turbo, good stuff, really nice stuff, but it's burnt. Yeah, now I'm using coil.
Just
You want to see the coil?
Of course.
Of course you want to see the coil. This coil is actually kind of a modern way of tuning a 100-year-old design, and that is the fan on the side of it. Because I'm using such high voltage that the machine is just heating up, so it burns my knuckles, and otherwise the glove would just melt on my knuckles, and that's why the fan is there. And this idea is actually an idea of De Calcomanu from France, which is a very fucking amazing and influential guy, and he's just not giving a shit about anything. He just made his own technique, and it works fucking amazing, really. And this is why I'm able to speed up even the time that I'm making a blackout, just because of this machine. Not every hammer is the same. It's an amazing machine, and I just fucking love to do it, and I love to screw at it and make it even more fast and more efficient. Yeah, it's just my thing. Yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, it's not long that the Calcomano started using this kind of...
Actually, it's not new. It's not new for him. It's new for us.
Yeah.
It's new for you. But as far as I know, he's using it since 10 years or 15 even. Yeah. It's just the thing that blackouts picked up so quickly and so rapidly and so suddenly on social media, and it has also a few factors that it happened. I think the reach, European, what the fuck not, rules with ink had an influence on that, because all the color inks are now extremely expensive for some artists that are maybe less experienced or have less money to spend on their beginning, you know. So what they do is just go with black work, you know, in any form imaginable. If it's blackouts or if it's just visual art, graphic art, realistic, whatnot. Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with it.
And what do you think about the blackout movement? You know, that I think it started 2 years ago, not before.
What
The
I think
movement.
about the blackout movement is something I have never experienced before in the tattoo world. You know, the tattoo world was always comforting for any who wants to enter it, but on a certain level, it was quite closed, and it was really a group kind of thing, and some people knew other people and they stuck together. There was not really a big community sharing information, sharing skill, sharing the experiences. And with the blackwork community, we have a group chat with all the best ones in the world on Instagram, and we just share the experience, share any new things that we discover with each other, and we help out a lot, and we visit each other a lot, and this is just fucking amazing. It's like a big family, you know. Nobody knows each other, but everybody comes from a different background. I'm coming from pretty much recently realistic and color realism, like on a very high and difficult level. Some of the guys are coming from, I don't know, old school or just no style at all, and all we have together is black, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Sasha Grey said once, I think it was her, once you go black, you never go back. Yeah, and this is so true. I can just tell you that this is so true.
Do you think that for tattoo artists, having a lot of shit on their skin helps a lot the blackout movement to grow? Because of course, when I started the full body, a lot of artists say, let me know how is the blackout, because I want to do it for myself.
Yes and no, because this community kind of has two different ends, let's say, of one stick. And on one side on one end we have people that are just committed to black and black in general, and they just want to get big black tattoos straight away. And on the other hand, we have people that have to get big and black tattoos because they don't want to look at the shit they have done to themselves before in their past life. So it's a yes and no, but in the end it helped a lot, and that people have shit on their skin. But actually not all, but a lot of people see that a regular cover-up on a heavy tattoo or on heavy layers from previously is a really bad compromise. It's okay, it's satisfying for a short period of time, doesn't matter what it is. And people slowly start to realize that. So instead of getting a shitty or okay cover up, they just want to get a fucking decent blackout tattoo, you know, which in my opinion is way better than getting a fucked up stupid cover up, which for some people may be the same money, the same effort, the same time spent on, but with much nicer results and much bigger satisfaction level. So I think it was kind of necessary, but not necessarily, you know. If it answers the question, that would be the answer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think without people with shit on their skin, there would be less blackouts. I'm the best example because I've had 2 layers, I guess, of shitty tattoos. So this is my 3rd sleeve on one arm, actually. and it was the best thing I could do with it. And I love it. And I love it every day. And I love to look at it. And I love the people's reaction to it. I just fucking love it. Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less. You will love it too.
Of course.
Everybody will love it. Even the camera guy loves it, you know? Peace out to the camera guy.
Let's talk about your Cinelli.
About my Cinelli, Rigorelli, yeah, and my shark attack, yeah, street shark, I love it.
From what you started to have a passion also on bicycle?
Bicycles, the first bicycle I got, that I started really enjoying riding was when I was 9 years for the communion. We have a thing in Poland every May, a communion, yeah, kids go to fucking church only to get presents then, you know, it's like a Christmas, you know, you're Italian. And since then I have the passion for red bikes because it was red, and I have the passion for riding them. So it started with this cheap mountain bike when I was little, and then it evolved to BMXing. You know, I was riding BMX street, not really good, not really pro, but I really enjoyed it, you know. I had a lot of crashes, actually more crashes than tricks I've made, but anyway, I loved it. But then I've noticed that more than doing tricks, I love the speed. Yeah, and I love the craziness about it, and the randomness about it, and the unexpectability, you know. And when I was riding BMX, I already went brakeless, so the only way to stop your BMX was just to jump off it, or the Flintstone style, yeah, with feet in the wheels or on the pavement. So that's pretty much what this is, just not a BMX. It's a velodrome bike, really fast, really aggressive, really light, and really fucking amazing, you know. Yeah, and I just love it. Yeah. What can I tell you more? It's a thing that was with me longer than tattooing. Actually, it's a thing that I do after tattooing. It's a thing that I do before tattooing, when the weather allows, of course. But it's a stupid excuse. I should do it every day. But yeah, more to come. I love it. And I spend a fucking shitload of money on it.
Of course. Every hobby is spending
Expensive hobby. Yeah. This is a part of it, you know. If you have the money, you want to spend on it, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. And you don't waste it, because even if I'm not riding it, I just love looking at it, and it's because it's Italian, and I think the Italian design is just the most beautiful design, and it was since always like this, and a lot of people will agree, I guess. Agree, please. It's just amazing, you know. I love it. You should get one too.
Yeah, of course, I need it.
Yeah.
The I don't know, the therapy of bicycle.
Yeah, you know, riding a bike is a therapy for me to get rid of all the emotions that I'm absorbing, giving therapy to people while tattooing them. Because, let's be honest, all those people with all those shitty tattoos, they are in a way embarrassed by it. They don't like to take their shirts off, they don't like to present them publicly, not even for themselves. They don't like to look at themselves. They are not happy with what they have, with what they are. So when they come to me and we start the tattooing, it's literally a therapy for them. And this is also why my shop is called Terapia Studio, with a double T at the beginning, for a little hint that is a tattoo therapy. And I think it works, and I think it's a good name, although it's not really catchy, but I don't really give a fuck. You know? It's my thing, and this is how it's gonna be. Sorry.
Yeah, it's something that it's happened with a lot of artists, but no one say that is a therapy, but maybe they are thinking it, you know?
Maybe they are afraid to say it. I'm not. It is. And I hear from my clients that it's a kind of therapy for them and that they feel really relieved after getting out of here, or maybe not really getting out of here. They feel relieved from me, but they feel relieved from their tattoos after it heals and it all calms down and the swelling is off and they just can enjoy it and live their life, and they fucking love it, you know? And I love it that they love it, and it's even more precious to me that the money they pay me, because yeah, it's just money, you know. But the satisfaction and the happiness I see in those clients is just fucking amazing, man. It's amazing. I love it every single time, and this is why I love my job so much, really. And I wouldn't change it for a thing. Maybe to be eventually to be a Top Gear presenter, but that's never gonna happen, you know.
Of course.
That's the best job ever. Yeah, testing all the most expensive and fast cars in the world, all the most ridiculous ones, and getting paid for that are fucking amazing. And I would still tattoo them, but just for my own pleasure, and still ride a bike for my own pleasure. Yeah, in the meantime I'm driving all those fancy cars.
Do you like...
Although I don't even have a license, but that's a different story.
Yeah, different story. And do you think that working on your machine, it will be also one therapy for you?
It is, since fucking 13 years it is, or even more, I guess. It is a therapy, because when I start working on the machines, it's just pretty much the same pattern in my head when I ride my bike. I just don't think about anything. I let all the problems disappear for a while. I reset my brain, you know. I make something that will make my work more efficient, that will make the client get out faster out of here, because they fucking suffer after a while, and a lot of people can agree, right? And yeah, it's just a part of who I am, what I do, and it's just always gonna be here. And I'm really happy I came back, because I dropped coil machines for a while regarding making realistic color tattoos, and I'm actually making them with a machine that's completely different. Let me show you. It's looking more like a little vibrator than a tattoo machine. Because when you switch it on, it's fucking vibrating a lot, and it's even making this sound, yeah, like this. Where's the microphone? Yeah, touch it.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, every time
But looks like...
Every time I give it to a girl to hold it, they're like grabbing it and smiling. Wonder why? I don't know. Maybe it's a sex thing. I don't know. But it's a good machine. It's good for what it's made for. You know, it's making tattoos. So it's cordless. It's comfortable. It's not so heavy. Easy to switch the cartridge in this case. So it's a convenient tool for the color realistic stuff. Definitely not for blackouts. Yeah, too slow.
Yes, of course. It's something that helps a lot of artists to, you know, improve yourself faster, because a lot of artists growing faster.
You know what made me work faster?
What?
Working slower. You know? And if you learn to work slow, and then you work slow so long that it's getting fucking boring, you start speeding up and speeding up with the same type of quality, with the same efficiency, or even better. And I think that a tattoo made fast, not necessarily may be good, but if you have the skill and the knowledge, you can achieve it. And this is a very common thing among really professional, high-level, world-famous tattoo artists, that they just work really efficiently, even though it may look slow, but the amount of detail and processing put in the tattoo is just incredible for that amount of time that they're busy with it. So yeah, work slower to be faster. Makes no sense, but it works.
Yes, it's something that a lot of artists will try to teach to
Learn.
No, to teach to other
Oh
artists.
yeah, I would definitely try to teach people the efficiency, because it's not really about the speed of the machine per se. It's about everything you do in between. Wiping, you don't have to do it like slow, you know. You can do it fast. You don't have to use too much products to clean a tattoo. If you work properly, the tattoo won't bleed too much, yeah, regarding the skin obviously, but it shouldn't. And it won't swell too much, so you can just easily learn how to be more efficient, which will cause you to be way faster than you actually are now. So yeah, just trying. Experiencing is everything we can do to improve.
Apart tattooing and bicycle, do you have any other hobbies, passion that
Yeah,
you
maybe
care a lot?
some that I wouldn't like to talk about.
I know.
Yeah, I'm a passionate weed smoker, but I think I don't know if it's relevant for tattooing.
Yeah, tattoo artists all love it.
So yeah, even more, I don't need to explain anything. Yeah, just smoke weed every day, bro. And sister. Yeah, fucking love smoking weed, yeah. I smoke weed and I go cycling and I'm in heaven, just in heaven, you know, wake and bake every day, all day. Like Nate the dog said, smoke weed every day, nothing more to say. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that I grow it myself and I'm fucking amazing at it. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah,
I don't have weed. Don't call me. Yeah, don't call me, please.
yes, it's another thing that I want to ask you, if your life changed after your baby, your son.
My son. Yeah, I got a little bit more grown up, I guess. I became a little bit more serious. I'm thinking more about what I'm supposed to do instead of just doing it and then thinking about how I fucked it up. And I think it's all because I want to give him a good example of how to be a good person, not per se a fucking amazing tattoo artist or whatever, in just being a good person for people, how to talk with people, how to comprehend certain situations, how to handle them, you know, to not get mad, to not get frustrated, just to digest it, you know, learn out of it. And it taught me a lot of calmness, can I say it like that? It taught me a lot of it. I'm also, I think, a little bit more responsible. I became, at least, a little bit more responsible. And of course I want to tell him everything I know, so he can be even better than I am in anything that he's gonna do. And it seems that it may be the case, you know, because he's a fucking smart boy and he's totally understanding everything that I try to explain him. And yeah, it's just fucking amazing, you know, to be a father. I never expected that, but it is. And I'm maybe not gonna recommend having children randomly to anybody, but if you do, be the best parent you can and be the best parent you would like to be for yourself, or you would want to for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, greetings to Mikey, I love him, baby. I love him really, yeah. And maybe he's not gonna be a tattoo artist. I will never force him to be a tattoo artist. I will always embrace everything he will want to do. Of course, now he wants to be a YouTuber, you know, like all the kids his age. He's now 8 years old. He's in the 2nd grade, as far as I remember. but dads usually don't remember this kind of shit. But I remember his birth date. I do, and I don't have it tattooed anywhere.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. We'll see what's happened. You know, what can I tell you more? It made a big influence for my life, and it will never change.
Let's talk about more your background, you know, how you grow, who is your master or which one?
So, the funny thing is, I have no masters.
Master of puppets.
I actually started tattooing on myself by myself. I learned pretty much anything I know by myself out of practice, failure, actually failure, more failure than success in the past. And maybe this is also a reason why I'm making something that anybody thought it's impossible, because nobody really made me realize it's impossible. And this is a good thing about being a newbie in a certain dimension of work or business or whatever, that you have a totally fresh mind, unpolluted with experiences, bad or good ones, by people, bad or good ones, and you just have a carte blanche in creating what is gonna make you a better artist, or make you you actually in the community that you want to be in. And it doesn't matter if it's tattooing or cooking or fucking, I don't know, counting people's money. If you're eager enough to grow, you will grow, and no matter what, no matter what the cost is, you know. And every cost in this case is an investment in a better you in the future. So yeah, this is what it is.
Do you think also that open your own shop give you a lot of, you know, power to?
I was a little bit forced to opening my shop, not in the way that somebody forced me, but I was being so hard to work with and not really easy in communication regarding stuff that I didn't really want to do. And for my supervisors, it was always a bad thing, obviously, because it doesn't bring any money. So pretty much every year I was working in another shop because I was being kicked out from the previous one. But it made me learn a lot of business models, you know, from the more business way of looking at tattooing, and it helped me to absorb all the goods and to cancel kind of all the bad things that others were doing in their shops, and that helped me to create my own space the way it is. But still, I was getting a little bit depressed that I'm not really sure of if it's gonna work out or not. But in the end, it was a risk that I had to take and just see, you know. If it wouldn't work out, I would be probably down again and a little bit sad about it didn't work out. But I think in the end I would make the best out of it, you know, maybe start working again for somebody else, for somebody who has more experience in tattooing than just business, you know. And in the end, I think I would open my shop eventually anyway. It was just a matter of time. It happened anyway pretty late in my career, but I'm happy it happened anyway. And I'm actually planning to open another one, more commercial, a little bit to help out to all those people hurt by the fucking war, so they have a place so they can easily work and grow and make some money, you know, and just forget about all the bad shit that happened in their own country. And it's a plan. It's not certain yet. I still have to find the people and make the shop ready and put a lot of money in it. So it's a long-term plan, but eventually it's gonna work out. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, this is a little plan of mine. I think it's okay. I feel like this is the least thing I can do to help them out, you know, instead of sending prayers and some money on an account. I just want to do something, you know. Poland is a country that was really affected by many wars in the past. It always fought itself back, and we have this kind of feeling in our blood, and we kind of, even though my generation has never experienced a war before, we do know the stories of our parents or grandparents, and we can now see, because we have internet, we can see how the war looks like just close, and it's not okay, and I want to help those people out in a way that I can, and I think opening a shop for them is the best thing I can do in this situation I am, because I don't have too much money anyway. I spend it all on the bikes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's something that can help a lot of tattoo artists to.
I hope so, and I hope a lot of them is gonna be satisfied by it, and a lot of clients are gonna be satisfied by it, so the symbiotic relationship can grow and expand, and this is just what I want to do. I don't want to make really money on it, I just want to make an opportunity for people. Maybe in the past it will pay out for me, maybe not, but I don't really care. I'm making my living with my job, so it's okay. I don't really need much more.
It's something that everyone have to do, like what they have to do. They can do, you know, in this kind of situation.
Everybody who has the opportunity and a chance and a will to help should do it. Yeah. There are probably some assholes that think, yeah, they don't deserve it, yeah, whatever. But fuck you guys. You know, what the fuck, you know. Let a bomb shell your home and we'll see what you say then. Karma wraca. What comes around goes around.
Okay.
Actually, you know what it means?
Yep.
Yeah. This is actually what karma wraca means. And karma in Polish stands for karma as karma, but it also stands for pet food. And throwing up cat is the perfect impression of a coming back karma of you, I think. And I love this tattoo a lot, one of my favorite.
One of the last thing I want to talk about is you was in the past a bit fat, and now you are literally more skinny. What happened in?
Yeah, I had a little downtime in my life. I got really hurt and I got really depressed and I got really fucking alcoholic and I ate a lot of KFC and drank a lot of fucking whiskey, and I got to a state that I was weighing over 100 kilos and I couldn't fucking move properly, and I was sweating too much and I couldn't fucking walk up the second floor, you know, and I just felt bad with it. And one day, I was really hungover after a party with some people that I don't really even have contact with anymore. And I just realized, or my body realized, that it's enough. That's enough. We have to change something. And I just ordered an Uber. I went to a sports store and I bought my first, in this last period, bicycle for like the cheapest one I could buy, just to see if I will fucking ride it. And after a week I had to change pretty much everything on that bike except the frame and the fork, because I fucked it up because it was a cheap bike and it was not really reliable. So then I changed pretty much everything on this bike, and then I rode it more, and then I figured that it's too slow, too heavy, not really efficient for me, and this is when I got the Cinelli. Yeah, and after that I lost almost 30 kilos. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. With a little bit of effort and a will.
That is something that can happen.
And I feel
everyone.
fat now, even.
3 days in Italy.
3 days in Italy and I feel fat. Yeah, this fucking dolce vita, you know.
Too many pasta.
Too much sugar. Too much sugar. Yeah, your sweet breakfasts are fucking killing me, but I love them anyway. The transformation. This is the thing actually that you made me aware of when we were spending time together at your place in Italy. And you told me about the image that some of the other artists are presenting with themselves regarding the work that they do. And I kind of realized then that this is the part of my work that I'm kind of missing, you know. And this is also a little bit surprising for a lot of people coming here. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe not, I don't know yet. I will have to think about it and see, because it's just recently that I started thinking about it. But the people here coming, they expect me to be a really grumpy, really kind of heavy metal guy, you know, not talking much, super serious, and I don't know, heavy, just heavy, I don't know, because the work seems heavy and fucking brutal, so they think I'm like that. But when they come in, they see me smiling, you know, with green or pink or yellow or whatever hair, and they see the shop looking more like a fucking apartment actually, where it's cozy, not really dark, like a fucking graveyard, you know. And I don't know if it's good, I don't know if it's bad, but I know it's a part of me, and I think I want to keep on being like that, a little bit off the grid, you know. I think this is a little bit who I am and what I am and what I'm trying to give to the people, because black work and white on black is not the only thing I'm doing. I'm doing also a lot of realistic black and gray, of realistic color work. Maybe not that much realistic as illustrational, but still fucking amazing. You should check it out. Yeah, and I don't want to limit myself, you know. I want to improve on all those areas, in all those backgrounds, and I think as a tattoo artist, I'm just going with the flow, going with the trend, but in the end I just want to make tattoos, fucking good tattoos, satisfying for my customers. I want them to be happy with it, I want me to be happy with it, I want everybody to be happy with what they are and what they do. So I just gonna keep on doing it, no matter what others say, fuck them. If you're limited to one thing, be limited. You don't have to, but you can, it's your thing, nobody judges. I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, basically. It's gonna continue. I'm gonna do everything I can to make my clients happy and to make myself satisfied.
I think that is the most important things in the tattoo.
Just be a tattoo artist, you know. Make tattoos, make them as best as you can, as fast as you can, as expensive as you can.
We are in the end of this podcast. Thank you for talking and
thank you for the questions, for having me in my shop. Yeah, it was a really nice invitation.
Conversation. And I invite you to watch his online tattoo seminar where he's teaching how to do white on black, how to develop yourself to be able to do this kind of style
and make it better, and don't limit yourself, and grow and expand.
And try to learn something more day by day.
And share to others. It's important. As a community, we have to grow.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.